after the controversial release of The Last of Us Part 2, people have been wondering for a while, what is Naughty Dog going to do next, other than just re-releasing the same games over and over and over again and lying to their entire fan base about Last of Us multiplayer, which Neil Druckmann directly lied to customers time and time again about. That ended up getting canceled. But they finally revealed Neil Druckmann's magnum opus, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, and it immediately got completely and totally roasted by the internet. You could see the reactions with the new protagonist getting the Neil Druckmann female treatment right here. Almost 250,000 dislikes to 96,000 likes. And on Naughty Dog's own channel, it was so bad they refused to turn the comments on. Comments turned off like the bitches that they are. 163,000 to 67,000 likes. Well, Jeremy, we knew this story was, going to get more interesting, but I thought it'd take a while because this game's not going to be released for years and years and years. And we don't have a time frame on when this is actually coming out. But recently, the actress did, say something interesting about Neil Druckmann. Actress Tati Gabriel, grateful to work with video game god Neil Druckmann on Intergalactic PS5. Yes, the video game god Neil Druckmann, who has never done anything original, has only taken things and other IPs that other people have started and made popular and then used those things. Whether it's Bruce Straley with Last of Us, whether it's Amy Hennig, right? Then force them out of the company and take over. Video game god.
This has strong Harvey Weinstein vibes when Meryl Streep called him God. Remember that? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, Meryl Streep called Harvey Weinstein God at an award show or something like that. I think she did it multiple times. So no, Neil Druckmann is not a video game god, and you don't need to call him a video game god if he really is a video game god, because his work speaks for itself. Miyamoto doesn't get called video game god. We just already know that he is. We don't need to tell him. We don't need to call him that because his work speaks for itself. Fuck Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann's a piece of shit, a beta male, and this is why we've seen Naughty Dog go the direction they've gone, because of his social justice propaganda bullshit, and nobody actually likes him.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be the first thing we see that's him, right? That is not something that he's, generating goodwill off an IP that he had nothing to do with creating, right? This is going to be the first thing, and we'll see how it goes. But Tati Gabriel, the actress who plays this character that has received so much backlash, had decided to step into the fray. And why not start off with slamming gamers and attacking gamers? Now, this meme was created by somebody and was going around in the aftermath of that, right? You have Siri and Jordan, the character from Naughty Dog's game. Fragile masculinity, 100% incel tears. So DEI-licious. Tati Gabriel decided to share that meme with the caption, "You mad, bro?" on her Instagram stories. So the very people that need to support your game, right, that need to support your game if you want it to be successful, you have already started off right now with attacking them and slamming them. Mm-hmm. Now, have there been things said about this game that are brutal based on people's reaction to the trailer? Yes, there absolutely have been. It's been getting roasted in a pretty big way. However, you need these people. You need to win over these people and convince them to buy your games. And your first real interaction is to start off with attacking them and slamming them. Good job, Tati Gabriel. I can't wait. This is such low-hanging fruit for us. It's so fucking easy at this point because retards like you just don't understand it. So great. I look forward to the next several years. of watching the backlash and the controversies about this game.
I can't wait. And let me be clear, okay? I can call a spade a spade. This is probably the most creative thing I've seen from these left-wing lunatics. It's not a bad play on words, but it's
clever. It's clever.
When they have a true passion for their hatred for people, they can actually come up with some very creative things, which I can appreciate, by the way. But the fact is you can't translate that to the actual IPs that you're working on, which shows the problem right here, because you are passionate in your hatred for fans. And you come up with this. I mean, that's whoever made this meme, it's absolutely I think it's pretty on point. So DEI-licious is pretty fucking good. But they hate people. They hate the fans so much that their passion allows them to come up with something creative, which doesn't apply to the games or the movies or the films or whatever that they're working on. So that speaks volumes right there. And I do think these next few years, it's going to be a shit show for Naughty Dog. They are not going to get out of ratio hell. Everything they upload from this video game is going to get crushed. The more that these actresses speak out about things, it's only going to make more negative energy and create more negative energy. So I, for one, I'm all for it. I hope she continues to talk, and I hope she talks a lot, because we are just in the early phases of this right now. So let's freaking go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I refrained from talking really anything about her because it was just kind of focused on the trailer, right? Just focused on the trailer and what we saw. I knew who Tati Gabriel was. I'd seen her in a couple things before this, and I also knew she was a pretty big activist, but we hadn't heard anything about that in the promotion for this game or whatever. But now I'm more than willing to talk about it. This is Tati Gabriel.
And as far as with non-binary and transgender, I hope that we just start seeing that the future is here whether we like it or not. We need to not just accept it, but embrace it. Embracing something and seeing not only the beauty of it in it, but the way that it contributes to the world and contributes into the way that anybody of any gender, race, creed, color can form their identity and can walk through the world with pride and their chin up high, like I think is so important for the generation coming behind us. And then as far
this is going to be a fun few years, man. Oh boy.
Yeah. I was aware of this stuff about her. The first time I ever saw this actress was on The 100, which is a CW show. Again, it was a crazy CW show. That's the first place I ever saw her. But I remember her talking about because some fans, the LGBTQ fans, were getting upset because they felt like all the gay characters were just getting killed off. And she had some things to say about that, about listening to those audience members, all these things. But, based on what we saw, we just saw the fucking trailer. That's all we saw. But now she's given us this. Thank you for letting us know who you are, Tati Gabriel. I'm sure this is going to go great for Naughty Dog and great for your game and great for you over the next several years.
Yes, we look forward to many, many more interviews. And that post was deleted, correct? That Instagram post, it was deleted.
It does say it was deleted. I am not 100% sure whether it was deleted or just the time expired.
Yeah.
Some people said deleted. Between the posts that said deleted, I saw like a post 20 hours before that said she posted it. So that kind of timeline feels like to me it could have just expired, but not 100% sure whether it's deleted or just reached the 24-hour mark.
Yeah, I encourage mainstream media to continue to interview her a lot over the next 4 years and ask her a lot of specific like gender identity questions and about toxic fans, specifically male toxic fans, white male toxic fans, if you can even work that into it. I look forward to seeing those interviews and look forward to breaking those down because, as we've said, it's fuck Naughty Dog forever. And that is the bottom line. It will always be fuck Naughty Dog. If you are not aware of Naughty Dog and what they did to not only this channel, but Ryan's channel and many other people's channel all over the Last of Us Part 2 leaks. So when the story for Last of Us Part 2 started to leak about everything that happened with Abby and Joel, it kind of went crazy on the internet when people started to hear what direction they were taking that. So then a lot of people started talking about it. On this channel, I talked about the leaks on a live stream. I didn't show any imagery whatsoever. I only talked about the leaks. They struck my channel and claimed that I was showing copyrighted material, that hadn't been released or whatever. I never showed anything. I couldn't live stream for 30 days.
It was all false copyright claims. It was illegal abuse of the copyright system to try to silence people because they knew that if people knew what would happen, people wouldn't buy the game. They lied to everybody all the way through the promotion of Last of Us 2 to trick people into thinking it was another adventure with Joel and Ellie. Yes. They changed cutscenes to age up Joel when he was interacting with Ellie to trick you into believing that this was happening during the game, to make you think that it was they literally lied, like a literal lie in the trailer to convince you that that's what it was, an adventure with Joel and Ellie again, instead of what it actually was.
Yep. And
because they knew that people wouldn't buy the game if they advertised Abby.
Ryan had 2 strikes, 2 active strikes on his channel. And if you have 3 strikes, you lose your channel. Like they take your entire channel down. Ryan had 2 strikes that were pending. We obviously appealed all of these. So every upload Ryan was making, he was uploading, and he was still talking about The Last of Us Part 2, by the way. He wasn't backing down. Every upload, he was like, they're either going to take my fucking channel down or we're going to win this battle. Ryan also got us a strike on the Geeks and Gamers Play channel. So this channel had a strike. Geeks and Gamers Play had a strike. Ryan had 2 strikes on his channel. Az got a strike. Many other people had strikes through all this process. And ultimately, it was all bullshit. And once, so essentially what happens is when you get a copyright strike, you have to go through an appeals process. What does it take? 30 days for the appeals process if they don't respond to it?
Well, not necessarily 30 days. I think that it's like 10 business days or something. I think that's technically essentially what you have to do is say, I am willing to go to court to fight this.
Yes.
You fill out your fucking legal name, address, like all of these things.
You have to dox yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
And you say, hey, I'm ready to go to court. Are you? And if they don't respond within 10 business days, then it gets dropped.
So we had to get we had attorneys involved. They had to write up the fucking thing, like the counterclaims and all of that and our challenges. It was a whole big mess. This shit cost money. It costed us money to for me, I couldn't stream for 30 days on this channel because they struck a stream. And it was all bullshit. And I even showed the stream. I was like, I've literally not shown anything in this stream, and they still struck me just for talking about it. Fucking bullshit. But anyway, that's the kind of the story about. That's why we always say fuck Naughty Dog. It's always fuck Naughty Dog. And
those
on top
are the
of
most
that,
shirts I've ever sold. My fuck Naughty Dog merch.
Hell yeah. And my Twitter account was taken down for almost 2 years. All because I kept sharing the Big Papa Pump Abby meme. And they kept taking it down. So I'm sure most of you know who Scott Steiner is. Big Papa Pump is your hookup, holler if you hear me. And so the image of Abby, they basically put Scott Steiner's head on Abby in that scene where she was killing Joel, but all you saw was her holding the golf club, and it had Big Papa Pump's head on there. And so I kept posting that, and I'm like, Big Abby Pump is your hookup, holler if you hear me. And they kept taking it down. So I kept reposting it. I think I reposted it like 30 times because they kept taking it down. And then finally, they suspended my Twitter account, and I appealed it. This was under Jack Dorsey's Twitter, by the way. And they just denied it. They kept denying it, and to the point where I never could access my Twitter account. Then Elon bought Twitter. And as soon as Elon bought Twitter, I put in a appeal. Boom, got my account back immediately. So fuck Naughty Dog forever.